The internet woke up in flames, timelines flooded, and Tasha K's name was on everyone's lips. A midnight live stream had just detonated a bomb that nobody saw coming, a claim so wild that fans couldn't tell if it was gossip or an earthquake shaking the entire love and hip-hop universe. Tasha sat back in her chair, glass of wine in hand, her tone calm but cutting as she said the words that made thousands stop scrolling. Erica's pregnant, and word is, the father might be Mendeecees. Within seconds, comments exploded across every platform. Disbelief, anger, shock, curiosity, each one feeding the chaos. Screenshots of Tasha's live spread faster than wildfire. Headlines twisted the story by the minute, and fan pages started digging through old clips like digital detectives. What started as another messy rumor turned into a full-blown investigation. People wanted to know everything when it happened, if Yandy knew, and whether Tasha had real proof or just another viral bluff. For Yandy Smith-Harris, the silence was deafening. Her social media, usually full of family posts and business updates, went cold overnight. No comments, no statements, just stillness. And in that silence, fans created a storm of their own. Twitter turned into a battleground, one side defending Yandy's image as the loyal, devoted wife who held her man down through prison and public judgment, and the other side convinced that the cracks had been showing for months. Could it really be true? One tweet read, "Or is this just another love and hip-hop stunt?" But the timing felt too raw, too specific, too emotional to be scripted. As the morning unfolded, YouTube channels, gossip blogs, and TikTok creators all jumped in, breaking down every word of Tasha's reveal frame by frame. And while the internet spiraled into chaos, one thing became clear: this wasn't just celebrity drama. This was betrayal, love, and loyalty colliding in real time. Whether fact or fiction, the narrative had already escaped everyone's control. Tasha had thrown the match, and the internet was the fire burning through reputations, relationships, and the illusion of perfect love, one viral clip at a time. When Tasha K went live that night, no one could have predicted that her words would flip the internet upside down. The setup was classic Tasha: a dimly lit studio, her signature glass of red wine, and that unapologetic smirk that said she was about to shake the table. Thousands of viewers poured into the stream, expecting typical celebrity tea. But what they got was a storyline straight out of a soap opera. "Y'all not ready for this one," she warned, pausing for dramatic effect. Erica Mena is allegedly pregnant, and the father might be Yandy's man, Mendeecees Harris. The chat exploded instantly, heart emojis, crying faces, disbelief, and the rapid flood of "what?" messages. Tasha leaned in, unbothered, almost amused by the chaos she'd unleashed. She claimed she had been sitting on the information for weeks, letting her sources confirm everything. Viewers could hear her confidence through every word. It wasn't just what she said, but how she said it. Calm, controlled, like someone who already knew the internet would explode before she even clicked go live. Within minutes, clips of the live stream were everywhere: TikTok edits with dramatic music, Instagram reels with captions like "Tasha K exposes Mendeecees' secret affair," and reaction videos from gossip YouTubers dissecting every tone, pause, and facial expression. Some fans called her a liar. Others said she was finally exposing the truth that had been hiding in plain sight. Hashtags like Somber Yandy, Erica Mena, and Tasha KT trended overnight. Blogs reposted snippets, and even verified celebrities started dropping cryptic comments under Shade Room posts. It wasn't just gossip anymore, it was a cultural event. Meanwhile, Tasha K doubled down. Between sips of wine, she hinted that she had receipts, that this was only part one, and that the rest would come once the streets stopped crying. That line alone went viral, sparking memes, debates, and thousands of stitches across platforms. Her tone wasn't cruel, it was surgical. She knew exactly how to deliver a narrative that would keep people glued to their screens, refreshing for updates, waiting for the next bomb to drop. By the time her live ended, the internet was fully divided, half demanding proof, half convinced Tasha had already said enough. The rumor had outgrown her, spreading through forums, celebrity blogs, and podcasts like wildfire. The power of her delivery turned speculation into near certainty. And as morning came, one thing was clear: the world didn't care whether it was true yet. The story itself had become the entertainment. As the internet burned through theory after theory, one person said nothing: Yandy Smith Harris. Her silence became louder than any statement she could have made. Fans rushed to her Instagram expecting a denial, a clap back, something to restore balance, but instead, they found stillness. No new posts, no stories, no comments. Just the same smiling pictures from earlier in the week, now flooded with thousands of messages asking, "Is it true? Queen, please tell us this is fake. Say something." Every hour that passed without a response felt like confirmation to some and confusion to others. Yandy, the woman who built her brand on strength, loyalty, and family, was suddenly at the center of a storm she didn't create. The irony wasn't lost on anyone. She had been the one holding Mendeecees down through prison time, reality TV drama, and public criticism. And now the internet wanted to know if that loyalty had been repaid with betrayal. On Twitter, fans began to split into factions. One side defended her fiercely, calling out Tasha K for chasing clout and accusing her of weaponizing gossip for views. The other side wasn't so forgiving, pointing to old clips from Love and Hip Hop, where Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship looked strained. "She'd been ignoring the signs," one tweet read. "You can only hold a man down for so long before he looks somewhere else." The discussion turned emotional fast, with women across the internet sharing their own stories of public betrayal and private heartbreak. YouTube commentators went live mid-afternoon, analyzing every old episode, every on-screen argument, trying to find proof that this rumor had roots. Meanwhile, on Instagram, fans noticed Yandy liking motivational quotes subtle, but telling. "Protect your peace," one read. "Sometimes silence is the loudest response." Screenshots of those likes spread instantly, fueling 1,000 interpretations. Was she confirming the rumor? Was she staying classy by not engaging? Or was she just blindsided, processing it all in real time? By sunset, the internet had built an entire narrative around her stillness. Theories piled up, emotions ran high, and the woman at the center of it all said nothing. In a world where everyone rushes to react, Yandy's refusal to speak became its own message, and it only made the story grow louder. While Yandy's silence kept fans guessing, Erica Mena's behavior poured gasoline on the fire. She didn't address the rumors directly, but her timing, her posts, and even her likes spoke volumes. Hours after Tasha K's bombshell live, Erica posted a photo of herself in full glam, captioned with 3 words, "New beginnings only." That was it, no tags, no explanations, but the internet didn't need any. Within minutes, the comments filled with thousands of people asking if the caption was her subtle confirmation. "New beginnings." One follower wrote, "Girl, don't tell me Tasha was right." Erica didn't reply to a single one. Instead, she kept posting quotes about rebirth, strength, and letting go of fake people, all while liking shady posts about men who lie even when the truth is obvious. It was the kind of social media strategy that Love and Hip Hop fans had seen before, indirect enough to protect deniability, but emotional enough to send everyone spiraling. Then came the deep dives. TikTok editors and fan accounts started revisiting old Love and Hip Hop episodes from years back, searching for hidden chemistry between Erica and Mendeecees. They clipped moments where the two shared friendly banter, or where Erica stood close to Yandy and her husband during group scenes. One viral edit titled "The Signs Were Always There" racked up hundreds of thousands of views in a few hours, complete with slow zooms, background music, and red arrows pointing to smiles that suddenly looked suspicious. Twitter threads turned into mini investigations, matching filming dates with events and speculating when the alleged affair could have happened. "Remember that reunion episode where Erica hugged Mendeecees a little too long?" One tweet asked. Now it makes sense. Whether those connections were real or fan fiction didn't matter, the narrative was already alive. And while fans played detective, Erica remained calm, almost smug, continuing to post like nothing was wrong. To some, it looked like power. To others, guilt. Every emoji, every pose, every repost was dissected as evidence of truth or manipulation. In less than a day, the internet had turned her Instagram into a courtroom, with millions acting as jury. And yet, the more she stayed quiet, the louder the speculation grew. Erica wasn't defending herself, she was feeding the mystery. And in a world built on attention, that silence was more valuable than any statement she could have made. Just when the internet thought the storm was calming down, Tasha K reappeared bold, unbothered, and ready to add more fuel to the fire. She jumped back on Instagram Live the next evening, her tone sharper this time, her confidence unshaken by the chaos she had unleashed. "Y'all really thought I was playing?" She laughed, sipping her wine with a smirk that sent comment sections into a frenzy. "Baby, this is just part one." That single sentence sent shockwaves through social media. Within minutes, her receipts coming started trending, and fans knew Tasha wasn't done. She claimed she had timestamps, messages, and a whole lot of confirmation that would silence the doubters. Every word was deliberate, every pause calculated to let her audience hang on to the tension she was spinning. She didn't drop screenshots or recordings, yet she didn't have to. The mere promise of receipts was enough to make blogs, YouTubers, and Twitter sleuths go into overdrive. She hinted at a specific date, one that allegedly connected Mendeecees and Erica at a private event no one knew about. "When I show y'all where they were, the whole internet gon' say sorry to Tasha K," she teased, smirking into the camera. Her followers flooded the comments, begging her to spill everything, while critics accused her of fabricating stories for clout. But Tasha thrived on that division. Every argument in her chat was more engagement, every repost more reach. Other gossip pages quickly followed suit, spinning her words into their own headlines. Tasha K promises receipts linking Erica and Mendeecees. Explosive proof coming soon? Even people who didn't believe her couldn't look away. Meanwhile, fans began theorizing what those receipts could be: secret texts, location data, a friend's testimony. Some even speculated that love and hip-hop producers had tried to silence Tasha because her tea was too close to the truth. She never confirmed or denied that rumor, just smiled knowingly and said, "They can't silence the truth, baby." By the time her live ended, social media was on fire again. Screenshots from her stream flooded timelines, podcasts lined up emergency episodes, and everyone was counting down to her next drop. Whether she actually had proof or not didn't even matter anymore. Tasha had mastered the art of suspense. She had turned gossip into a full-blown cliffhanger, and the world couldn't help but tune in for the next episode. Days passed with the rumor still dominating every corner of the internet, and just when it seemed Yandy would remain silent forever, she finally spoke, not through a statement, not through an interview, but through a quiet, heartfelt Instagram post that said everything without saying a word. A black and white photo of her and her kids, no Mendeecees in sight, captioned simply, "Some storms aren't meant to destroy you, they're meant to reveal who's standing with you." Within minutes, the post went viral. Fans flooded the comments, calling her strong, graceful, the definition of a queen. Even celebrities dropped supportive emojis, showing solidarity as the internet tried to read between the lines. The absence of Mendeecees in the picture became its own headline. Some took it as confirmation of the rumors. Others saw it as a woman choosing peace over chaos. What made the post hit harder was the tone. Yandy didn't sound broken. She sounded done. Her strength radiated through her stillness, through that single caption that spoke volumes about betrayal, endurance, and quiet dignity. On Twitter, fans dissected every pixel of the photo, from the lighting to her expression, while YouTubers rushed to release emotional breakdown. Videos titled things like "Yandy speaks from the heart" and "Queen energy only." It wasn't just a social media post anymore. It was a statement of survival. Her silence had transformed into control. The kind that comes when you've accepted that the world will talk, but you refuse to let it define you. Still, the emotional weight of it all lingered. Viewers who had followed her journey for years felt personally hurt. "She held him down when no one else would," one tweet read. "And this is how she gets repaid?" Meanwhile, Mendeecees stayed unusually quiet, which only added fuel to the fire. Fans expected him to defend his wife, but instead his social media went dark. The lack of response spoke louder than any denial could. As Yandy's post continued to circulate, people began to admire her for her composure. In a world addicted to clapbacks, she chose restraint. She didn't need to yell. She let her silence echo instead. And in that moment, the internet shifted from mocking her pain to respecting her power. Yandy had turned her heartbreak into a lesson, and the message was clear. Sometimes silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. When the anticipation reached its boiling point, Tasha K finally returned with what she called Part 2, the proof episode, that had the entire internet waiting like it was primetime television. The live began with her signature intro music, wine in hand, that same confident smirk lighting up her face as tens of thousands of viewers poured in within seconds. "I told y'all I don't miss," she said, leaning forward into the camera. "Tonight, we clear the air." The chat was chaos emojis flying, fans begging her to drop the evidence, haters daring her to prove it. Then, Tasha dropped what she claimed was the receipts. A blurry screenshot appeared on screen, an alleged message thread, and a photo showing a woman's hand. An ultrasound image, and the caption, "We're good now." The internet froze. "That's Erica's tattoo," someone commented. "No way, that's Mendeecees' chain in the background," another wrote. The comments exploded so fast they blurred on screen. Tasha didn't confirm or deny. She just smiled, sipped her wine, and said, "Y'all see it. I don't have to say nothing." Within minutes, clips of the live were ripped and reposted everywhere. TikTok edits slowed the footage down. Reddit threads analyzed every pixel of the photo, and Twitter was in meltdown mode again. Some fans swore the image was real, others called it a setup, claiming the lighting and shadows didn't match. But before anyone could catch their breath, Tasha went further. She played an audio clip, a muffled voice note, allegedly between two people discussing a situation that needed to stay quiet. One voice sounded suspiciously like Erica's, the other, unclear. "We'll talk in person." "You know it's yours," the woman's voice said before the clip abruptly ended. That one line sent the internet into hysteria. Was it real? Was it edited? Tasha never revealed where she got it, just leaned back and said, "When you play with married men, the truth always comes out." Blogs reposted the clip with fire emojis, podcasts scrambled to go live, and major gossip outlets uploaded reaction videos within the hour. Meanwhile, Erica and Mendeecees both remained silent, no denials, no clarifications, nothing. That silence only made Tasha's claims feel heavier, more believable. Viewers couldn't decide if they were watching journalism or manipulation, but they couldn't look away. By the time the live ended, the world was once again divided, half calling Tasha the Queen of Truth, half labeling her the architect of chaos. Either way, she had done it again. She controlled the narrative, dominated the headlines, and left everyone else, including Yandy, Erica, and Mendeecees, speechless. In the days that followed Tasha K's explosive Proof Live, the entire love and hip-hop community found itself drowning in uncertainty. The line between fact and fabrication had blurred beyond recognition. Fans who once laughed at the drama now started to feel uneasy. Had things gone too far? Yandy, still silent but visibly distant online, posted a cryptic story showing her working out with the caption, "Pain fuels progress." It was subtle, but those who knew her history understood the message she was channeling, heartbreak into strength. Mendeecees' Instagram, however, remained frozen in time, untouched since before the storm. That absence spoke volumes, sparking endless debates. If it's not true, why isn't he defending her? One user tweeted. Others suggested he was protecting his family behind the scenes, refusing to play the social media game. Meanwhile, Erica Mena kept her energy unpredictable, posting glamorous photos, liking shady tweets, then disappearing for hours, leaving everyone guessing. The chaos wasn't just gossip anymore. It had evolved into a cautionary tale about fame, loyalty, and the price of public scrutiny. For every fan entertained, another was disillusioned by how easily lives could be torn apart for clicks. YouTubers began releasing think pieces, dissecting not just the rumor, but the culture that made it thrive, the audiences who demanded receipts, The influencers who profited from pain, and the stars who lost their peace trying to protect their image. Somewhere beneath the noise, a quiet truth began to echo. Sometimes the real scandal isn't who cheated or who lied, but how far people will go to expose it. As the dust started to settle, fans noticed that Yandy, instead of responding, launched a foundation supporting single mothers, a move that shifted the narrative completely. What began as an online circus ended as a story about resilience. Whether the rumors were true or not no longer mattered. What mattered was how Yandy stood bruised but unbroken, reminding the world that silence, when rooted in grace, can be the loudest response of all. As the camera fades to black and the final clips of the saga roll, one thing becomes clear in the world of fame. Truth is rarely simple, and silence is never empty. What started as whispers turned into a digital wildfire, burning through timelines, group chats, and headlines faster than anyone could contain it. Yet through every rumor, every exclusive, and every so-called receipt, the core remained human, a woman trying to hold her family together while the internet dissected her pain in real time. Yandy Smith Harris didn't fight back with rage or chaos. She responded with calm, grace, and purpose. And maybe that's the lesson hidden beneath the noise, that strength doesn't always come with shouting, and peace doesn't mean surrender. In an age where clout often outweighs compassion, Yandy's silence became her rebellion. Whether Mendeecees and Erica ever addressed the rumors or not, one thing's for certain: the audience has already chosen sides. But time has a way of revealing what the internet can't. So as the drama cools and the screens dim, we're left asking ourselves, was this about betrayal? Or was it about how far people will go to witness betrayal? In the end, scandals fade, screenshots get deleted, and hashtags die. But character, that's what lasts. And if this story proves anything, it's that sometimes the quietest voice in the storm is the one that tells the truth the loudest.